The world's wealthiest billionaire just got access to your social security number. No, really. This weekend, Elon Musk essentially staged a coup at the Department of Treasury. Scott Bessent, the new Treasury Secretary, gave Elon Musk and his minions full access to the Treasury Department's payment system. The system is called the Bureau of Fiscal Service, and essentially they control the flow of more than $6 trillion annually from the federal government, distributing Social Security and Medicare benefits, salaries for feds, payments for contractors, grant recipients, and tax refunds. On Friday, the top civil servant at the Treasury Department, David Lebrecht, who's been with Treasury for more than 3 decades, denied Elon Musk access to the payment system. Lebrecht refused Elon Musk, saying, quote, "We don't do that." And his colleague added, "They seem to want Treasury to be the choke point on payments. That's unprecedented," emphasizing that it's not the Bureau's role to determine which payments to make. It's, quote, "just to make the effing payments." But quickly after refusing, Lebrecht was put on leave on Friday and forced into retirement from public service. So now, Elon Musk and his goons at the Department of Government Efficiency have access to and potentially power over what is essentially America's checkbook. And Musk is already bragging about this. He tweeted today that the Doge team was, quote, "shutting down these illegal payments." At the same time this is happening, Elon Musk is essentially staging a hostile takeover of the Office of Personnel Management, which is the federal government's HR department. He's locked out civil servants from their computer system, and they have no clue what he's doing with OPM's data. Why is this so bad? Number one, last week Donald Trump attempted to put a freeze on all government payments. In accessing this payment system, Elon Musk could shut down payments for Medicaid, school lunches, cancer research, or whatever else he wants. Number two, Elon Musk is not a federal employee. He's not been appointed to any official position, nor has he been confirmed by the Senate. He does not have a security clearance, and the information that he just got access to, it's classified. Let me sum it all up for you. Elon Musk, the world's wealthiest billionaire, spent $288 million in political contributions to elect Trump. And in return, Trump is giving him the keys to our government, access to our private information, and the ability to steal from our government benefits, all to pay for tax cuts for the wealthy. They're trying to rob us in the dead of night, so pay attention.
This isn't a good angle for the Democrats and these leftists. I mean, I'm going to assume he's a rainbow dude. You can just see it, you can just sense it, but I could be wrong. But these types, they're all the same type. These types are going at it the wrong way. Elon Musk is digging into things that people want to know about. The people who are paying attention, there's again, 80 to 90% of people aren't paying attention. So forget about them. The people who are paying attention, even those on the left, some of them, you're not going to rally people to say, Elon, stop poking around the Federal Reserve. You know what happened here is Donald Trump appointed Elon Musk. The left is in their feelings about it. I've expressed a lot of concerns about the fascistic, basically straight up fascism from Donald Trump and Elon Musk. There's nothing you can do about it. Donald Trump is the president. The president can pick whoever they want to be in their cabinet to advise them. What you need to look at for those who don't understand what's happening, what you really have to look at this as is everything Elon Musk is doing, Donald Trump is doing. So if Donald Trump could do it on his own directly, he can pick somebody else to do it. It doesn't matter. See, this is why the classified documents discussion was very important. And I was very detailed and heated about that. Classified document, the president, there is no document within the purview of the executive branch that is classified beyond the reach of the president. So what that means is there is no document. If Donald Trump says, whether you like it or not, I understand Elon Musk paid $300 million to get in the door. You might not like it, but it does not matter. If Donald Trump says, yeah, that information, it doesn't matter what the information is. It could be the greatest secret of all time. They could have a UFO underwater somewhere in the Atlantic Ocean. It doesn't matter what the secret is. There's no secrets from the president, and Donald Trump could give those secrets to Elon Musk. And there's nothing you can do about it. There's nothing illegal about it. Donald Trump doesn't report to anybody. Now you're finding out how this works. The checks and balances are Congress can try to do an investigation. I don't even know how you can't even do an investigation in the executive branch. No different than Donald Trump couldn't have his DOJ investigate the inner rules and workings of Congress. You could press up on his cabinet because they're confirmed, and there's certain limitations to Elon's power, but outside of it, you can't stop it. The only real recourse here is secession, and we know the left doesn't want to do that. They want to dominate. They don't want to secede. Or the other option is impeachment. And the people have spoken. There's no stomach for that. Leftists, this isn't a good route. I don't know. You guys have to be for, you have to stand for something, not just be against Trump. I did a reaction on After Show Carnage, my other YouTube channel, about Cory Booker. And Cory Booker is a corny brother. He's just corny as hell. But he was right when he kind of tried to say that we need to stand for something. What are we about? And he didn't even say what he was about when he said that. But I don't know what they're about. What is AOC about? I don't know what they're about. They talk about healthcare sometimes. They don't care. Bernie Sanders doesn't care about healthcare. He pressed up on RFK about healthcare. But over the last 4 years, I hadn't heard him say a peep about it. And he's big pharma now. So I don't know what you guys are about, but you got to figure that out. There's some court cases I looked at here just to talk about the executive power here that kind of show it. And this is Myers versus United States, 1920. The Supreme Court upheld the president's power to appoint and delegate executive functions. How could you restrict? Give me the law or the justification or how it plays out if Donald Trump can't pick Elon Musk to do whatever a president can do. Tell me how that plays out. That means you basically neuter the power of president, and they would absolutely want to do that. That's what Joe Biden being in basically. I don't want to say he was alive, but he was basically not able to do his job and function. That allowed the deep state, the administrative state, to take over things. The other court case is Humphreys Executor versus United States, 1935. This established that the president has significant leeway in managing the executive branch in appointing and removing officials. This is exactly where we are with Elon Musk. So the Supreme Court has set the precedent here. It's going to be very difficult for you guys on the left to undo this. And I wouldn't want it undone, but this isn't the way to even go after it. Actually, we'll end with Elon Musk is doing stuff that I do like here. I am hesitant though. I will tell you that his goal is to get to Mars. He's in a X space right now that says Doge and Mars. I thought it was government. It was Department of Government Efficiency, and he's talking about Mars because his goals are Mars and living forever through Neuralink, downloading your consciousness, and you can put it in a robot, a pig, a horse, or whatever you want to do it. Copy it. Your conscious could be downloaded and copied, put into a robot. And that's what he's working on. But I will agree with this quote. Elon Musk says, it's government spending that creates inflation. That's it. That's what creates inflation. Price change is different than inflation. When you see prices go up at the grocery store, see, he conflates the two, but he's still where he needs to be, I think. The prices are going up because of excess government spending. That's not necessarily, I have to stop for a second. There are many factors that go into a price going up. For example, the eggs right now. Literally, I think my wife told me 18 eggs, or I think it's 18 eggs, or actually a dozen eggs maybe. She usually does the shopping, obviously, are like $11 to $12 where I'm at. And it's because in part of there's culling chickens, this bird flu. I don't know how much of a part that is, but the supply is going, very basic economics. The supply is going down. You have scarcity. That alone, regardless of whether you have inflation or not, increases prices. Just because the price increase doesn't mean it's inflation. It could be just you're culling chickens and there's less supply. That is not inflation. Back to Elon Musk, the prices are going up because of excess government spending. It's very important to connect these dots. The supermarkets are not taking advantage of you. I don't know that. I don't know their books. I'm not rushing to that. I just don't know one way or the other. It's not price gouging. It's that the government spent too much. If we solve government spending and the money supply grows at the same rate as the outputs of goods and services, there will be no inflation. The price of groceries this year will be the same as next year. That's a super big deal. And that's what we're aiming for. And we're going to do everything possible to reach that goal. So while Donald Trump can be the executive, you see how he's working, he lets Elon Musk handle the nuts and bolts. 2016, how did it work? Trump is the face, he's the movement. Then he got in and he had to do too much of the nuts and bolts and moving things. And Steve Bannon is great, but so many people hate him there. Elon Musk is in with Miriam Adelson. Elon Musk is in with the tiny hats. He's dropped 300 million on Trump. He's in the building. He's a mover and shaker. He has X. So he can do a lot more than a Steve Bannon. and he's a master at executing. So you see that, putting those two together, teaming it up, it works. Elon Musk alleged that the Treasury payment officers have been approving disbursements to known fraudulent entities and bad organizations. He claims these approvals occur even when the recipients are identified as fraudulent or linked to bad organizations. Musk criticized the existing payment controls within the Treasury Department. He is saying that they are inadequate and allow for improper payments. I want to know more about that. Don't talk to me about him having access to a social security number. You guys support you guys support all kinds of government watching, spying, everything. You guys supported the pandemic regime. I don't want to hear anything about you now getting upset because he has the social security numbers. I don't like when none of y'all have it. Since he does get access, I don't think he cares about the social security numbers. If he takes that information and then and shares it out, then he has too much to risk. Why would he do that? He's not doing anything. I don't think he's going to do anything with that information. I am interested, and it doesn't matter. There's nothing I can do about it at this point. I'm interested in what he finds out. He said upon gaining access to the Treasury's payment system, he announced plans to cancel hundreds of millions of dollars of government grants. If they're under the executive branch purview, they absolutely can cancel them. The ability to appropriate funds is Congress's job. They give not weapons, they give funds to the president. The president gives the money to anything under him in the executive branch. The president can stop any payments in the executive branch. We need to meet this head on. So he canceled some payments there, and Musk raised concerns about the payment controls. They're just too lax. He said that they were instructed to always improve payments, even to known groups that shouldn't have gotten them. And this follows the sudden departure of the treasurer's top career official, David Lebrecht, if I'm pronouncing that right, after disagreements over access to the Treasury's payment system. As you heard from this young man, Scott Bessent has reportedly granted DOGE, the Department of Government Efficiency, full access to the federal payment system. You guys have taken, and the people who were in power before, let them go too far, and now the pendulum's swinging back in the other direction. I don't want to hear you cry wolf right now. So we'll see how that comes up. I'm very interested. One thing that they always say is to follow the money.
The next clip is ready below. Welcome to After Show Carnage.